everyone. It's Monday Morning with Cheryl. This past week, I led a workshop called Intentional Parenting for a local credit union. And I had one of the participants was asking a really good question. She'd explained that her son was learning how to ride a bike and was just really having a hard time just staying with it, was getting very frustrated and would just quit and wind up in tears. I could relate to that experience. And then I just so happened, I was talking to her a little bit about resilience. We didn't have time to really go into it too deeply. Yet this week I also happened to listen to this podcast by Dr. Becky Kennedy. And I liked how she explained this. She said to think of like this hand is point A and this hand is point B, and then we're trying to get from point A to point B, and the area in between is the learning gap. I actually did a previous video on productive struggle. So this area is productive struggle. This is where we learn. We can call it the learning gap. And what we don't know is how long a child will be in that learning gap, or how large or how small it will be. But our goal is not to necessarily help the child solve whatever it is they're working on, but it's more about helping them stay in that learning gap a little bit longer. So, how do we do that? Your child's struggling. What are some things to think about? One, deshaming. We don't want our kids to feel really bad. They could have older siblings, or they look at us as adults and see everything that we are capable of doing, and it can make a child feel extra frustrated, feel shamed. So we want to model for them what it's like to struggle. And don't make it so obvious, but if you can find an opportunity, whether while you're driving or you're putting something together, or just any kind of moment. I know I struggle with things with technology, but to voice it, oh my gosh, I'm really struggling with this, and then talk through it, but I know I can get through this, I've just got to stick with it a little bit longer, but let them hear you model a struggle so they can understand that we all go through struggles, and that will help to eliminate some of the shaming. So deshaming. 2, this is what I was talking to the participant in my workshop about, is preparing them for the struggle. Just talk it through in advance. What do you find the hardest part about trying to ride a bike, because it is challenging, and just to kind of talk them through it. Think about where the hard part's going to be. It can be with math problems, it can be with anything that you're working on, but try to predict the hard part, normalize it. And then maybe there's some tools. Okay, you're going to have a hard time. How can we, get through this? So again, one is deshaming, and the second one is planning, thinking about what the struggles are going to be. Y'all see Marty just coming in through the door? That's so funny. I'm going to leave it. All right. The third one, and this is most important, is that we don't want people or kids to feel alone in their struggles. That is the hardest part. We want them to know that they're not alone, that we are there for them, and really want them to work through this feeling of being alone. So what do? You want to let them know that you're there, that we all have our struggles, and we want to develop different tools to help them also regulate their bodies when they're getting upset or getting frustrated. And one of the things we can do to help them not feel alone is to identify with us, or just to let them know, look, things are hard, we get it. And to teach them breathing, but also encouraging self-talk. We want them to hear these encouraging voices in their head. I know for me, when I struggled in middle school, my parents always just told me, just do your best. That's all you can do, is to do your best. And if you do that, then that's all that matters. And so even as adults, sometimes I just sit there and tell myself, just got to do my best. It's okay. I'm going to get through it. So if you can help your child develop that encouraging self-talk, and a lot of that is through hearing your voice and helping them see that they're not alone, there's no shame, and that to help them work through these challenging times. So there's so much more to this, but again, I hope that was helpful. A lot of good information out there. And again, we all need to stay in that learning gap as long as we can, whether we're children or adults. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out. I would love to be of help to you. And I also want to start promoting this online interactive divorce course that I am going to launch in the next couple of months. If you know of anyone who is interested, it's going to be really great. I'm excited about it. Please encourage them to be in touch with me. I'll have a page very soon where they can get more information. But I'm taking sign-ups if anyone's interested or when you're interested. So please put the word out. If you have any questions, let me know. I am very excited about this course and want to reach those who could really use some help. Thanks, and until next time, take care.